new tokenomics, the utilities, the new utilities for the token. And then also we're going to take a look at the updated roadmap. Let's get into it right after this. So welcome back, guys, to the crypto stream. So as I mentioned before, if you take a look at their newly revamped website here, let me remove myself so you can see a better picture of the website. There we go. So the Saitama logo is just lovely. It's really nice and clean, and it takes away the feel of a meme token. As you're all aware, Saitama came out as a meme token, and it was basically, it had a cartoon character here, which was the old logo. Let's see if we can show you that. So yeah, this was the old logo, as you can see here. It looks like a wolf on top of a person's head. So in an effort of revamping to look more professional and to show that the token and the community means business, they came out with a version 2 with an updated logo, which everyone loves. All right, so let's take a look at the website even further. So as you can see, the website covers the SaitaPro app. It covers use cases, which includes updated utilities. Then some more information about the token as it stands now, which includes updated tokenomics, which are basically, the taxes and all of those things, reflections, things of that nature, how much is burned when a transaction is conducted, either buy or sell. And then it also goes into how to buy the token. Also goes into goals, which actually underneath this link goes into more details about the overall updated roadmap. And then obviously you have the SaitaSwap web application, which is the online version of the swap of their decentralized exchange. But what I wanted us to take a look at first is this nice introduction to the Saitama community. Let's take a look at that. This video was put together by the Saitama community, the devs themselves. Let's take a look at it.
Welcome to Saitama. We are a global community of committed individuals building a platform that will help people understand money and integrate decentralized finance into their daily lives. We come from different places. We speak different languages. We have different codes, but we share the same vision. We believe in a world without borders, bound together by human connection. And to foster this vision, Saitama develops a decentralized ecosystem that makes cryptocurrencies simple and safer for people of different cultures, ages, and economic statuses. The center of our project is the new Saitama token, redesigned as a utility token with enhanced tokenomics and multiple use cases that grant everyone access to DeFi, while offering one of the lowest taxes in this space. Join us. Do your own research and discover the unmatched potential of Saitama to be a top player in crypto.
All right, guys, that was a very fulfilling video. As you can see, it was very, 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 very professional. I actually like it. Give me your comments in the comments below. Give me your thoughts about the video in the comments below. All right, so as we take a deeper dive into the website, I wanted to just read this. This just basically gives you an overview or a summary of the actual history of Saitama. How did it start and how did we get where we are today? So it says, our journey. Saitama started as a community token project in June 2021, led by a team of professionals with solid backgrounds in different areas. Saitama has grown into a multi-market global business, taking its token to an estimated market capitalization of over 7.5 billion USD or US dollars in November 2021 during its all-time high, which placed it in a position among the top 40 crypto projects at all time at the time that happened. From the very beginning, Saitama has set new standards in alt DeFi projects, which means altcoins, anything outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are the two main projects in crypto, by fully doxing our team and registering a company to run the business. All right. And as you can see, this is the flag for Saitama. Very, very nice color scheme. Very nice color scheme. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the SaitaPro link. So this link basically just goes over the technology. It's just basically giving you an updated and an overall summary of the app. So it goes into detail showing you some some pictures there, some real nice trendy pictures there. So as you can see, this is the SaitaPro app that was recently released, and we did a video on that a little while ago. So go ahead and take a look at our videos, and you'll see that we did an in-depth tour of this SaitaPro app. Now, it's only out at the time of this recording for the Android store or the Google Play Store for Android devices. It has not been released for Apple users as of this time. It's pending their approval, so it can come out at any moment now. And when that happens, we'll be at you guys with breaking news to cover that, as you know how we do. All right, so if we keep scrolling down, you'll see that this app is very beautiful. It includes swapping, staking, just to name a few things. All right, so some main points to point out about this app is it's a non-custodial wallet, which means that you own your keys. And that also means your keys, your crypto. There's a saying in crypto for centralized exchanges, not your keys, not your crypto. Essentially what that means is when you buy crypto and you store it on a centralized exchange, for example, I'm just not picking on these, but I'm just going to name a few. So for instance, Binance, Coinbase, crypto.com, those are centralized exchanges, which means that you buy the token from them. And actually, you don't buy the token. You basically just buy a promise that you are entitled to that token or whatever amount of that token that you purchase. However, you do not obtain or you do not own the private keys in order to maintain those assets. So in the event that those centralized changes were to decide to pause trading or to go bankrupt or go out of business, then more than likely, oftentimes than not, you have lost your crypto. And then in the instances where they pause trading, you're not able to access your tokens to sell or buy. So that's the whole purpose behind having a non-custodial wallet, which means that it's not in a centralized wallet, but you own your assets, which are your keys, and it's in a truly decentralized environment. That is one of the main selling points for this SaitaPro app, which is lovely. Let's keep going, guys. So with this app, you can easily transfer digital currencies to your friend and family. Again, watch the video that we created. You'll see how that's done. You can transfer to multiple recipients and cut fees with bulk transfers, talking about your crypto. You can buy crypto using your credit card and debit cards. That is one of the features that will be coming out shortly for that app. It just hasn't come out yet, but it's coming shortly. The SaitaSwap, we talked about that. That's where you can actually conduct your swaps in a decentralized fashion on the SaitaSwap. That's their decentralized exchange. You can conveniently connect to other DeFi apps using the app browser. And Fang, which is a NFT marketplace for NFT community lovers, where you can create and you can actually buy, sell, trade your NFTs, which NFTs stands for non-fungible tokens. All right. And we'll do another video to get into that in the future. All right. You can play games to earn tokens. So Saitama is going to have a play to earn game as well. It's going to be called Wolfcaster. So that's going to be pretty cool when it comes out. All right. So we're going to look at some more details of their website. So let's dive into the use cases element of the website. So these use cases are what we call utilities. Utilities are basically what brings this crypto token or this crypto project value. So as we already talked about, the SaitaSwap, only selected projects will be released on SaitaSwap. Staking with the launch of Lucky Roo, the Motion, Solid Block, and Mazimatic tokens. Those are projects that will be launching soon exclusively on SaitaPro. So if we look at the next utility, it says edutainment. That's their spin on educating you about crypto. So it says we aim to create an experience where the user is learning about crypto and finance while navigating our ecosystem with initiatives like the Saitama Academy. So next is SaitaPay or SaitaPay. As we mentioned before, this is where you'll be able to use your debit and your credit card to make transactions on SaitaPro. And Saita Realty, this is going to be a new spin on, it's pretty cool. We're going to have to do a separate video on it because it's pretty hard to summarize it in just one quick spin here, but I'll do my best. But basically, it's going to allow you to participate in the purchasing of real world real estate. All right. As you guys know, Saitama recently formed where they were here in the U.S., but they moved to Dubai, and Dubai is seeking to become the main player in the crypto space in the entire world. So that was a smart move, in my opinion. All right. So we move on to the next thing, which is the play to earn game. As I mentioned before, it's called Wolfcaster. And it says we are developing 3 play to earn games under the Wolfcaster franchise. Users will be able to use Saitama tokens to play and earn rewards. And then last but not least, Fang. Everybody's into NFTs, which are fungible tokens, as I mentioned before earlier in this video. And it says our proprietary NFT platforms allows users to buy and sell digital art using Saitama tokens, currently live in beta version at fang.art. So you can actually go ahead and take a look at that at fang.art. So let's move along to the new tokenomics for Saitama. So let's read this because this kind of gives you a summary of how we got to V2. It says the new Saitama token. Saitama is an Ethereum based token, which is ERC20. It's basically the protocol for the Ethereum network or blockchain. So it says that can be purchased through decentralized and centralized exchanges. We already discussed what decentralized and centralized exchanges are, what the differences are. All right. And it says on June 2022, the Saitama token contract was upgraded to enhance security and performance features that will ensure its longevity and sustainability. So far, 55% of the token supply has been burned, leaving 45 billion tokens in circulation, with liquidity locked for 2 years until June 2024. All right, so let's look at some key points about this newly revamped token. It has added security. We already talked about that, having multi-sig wallets, basically essentially meaning that it takes more than one person to make a transaction happen with the token contract. It has sustainable business. All right. So the new tokenomics keep the tax low while contributing to funding and liquidity. How to burn. So now something new that's going to be done is manual hyperburn events. So now with the new contract, they're going to hold events where they burn tokens. And essentially what burning tokens means is you're sending it to a dead wallet. So the same way how you purchase a token, you purchase crypto, you basically are purchasing that. So you're taking it out of circulation until you sell it. When you sell it, it goes back into circulation. However, when you burn a token, you essentially take it out of circulation forever. All right. So since this crypto project is deflationary, what that means is that over time, the supply of the tokens decrease, thus raising the value or the quote price of your token. So that's the purpose of burning. It takes it out of circulation permanently, which down the line has a direct impact on price, increasing that for you and also increasing the value. All right. As I mentioned before, it's fit to face the future because it has less zeros. Now people will take it seriously. It's not considered a meme anymore because it has real world use cases or utilities. All right. And that goes into the centralized exchange friendly token. That's what we talked about. And that's what CEX stands for, CEX, centralized exchanges. And last but not least, as we mentioned, it's no longer a meme token. It's left that category because of its newly alignment with its new utilities. So let's go ahead and take a look at the supply. So under this new contract, the total supply of the Saitama tokens is 100 billion tokens. 55% of that number has been burned, which leaves 45% circulating. So out of that 45 billion that's circulating, that's what people are buying and selling from. So let's take a look at the new tokenomics. So for every transaction, 1% of that transaction is sent to the dead wallet and burned forever. So it decreases the overall circulation by 1% of the transaction. And then also it gives back 1% of that transactions to current holders. So technically you're earning reflections, which I like to summarize that is free money. So imagine it like, let's just say I'm going to use the term entrance. So you put your money in, you put your fiat cash, which is just paper money. You put it in the bank, your traditional financial institution, and you leave it there. And chances are you're not going to even earn 1%. Right. So with this, you can see you're already coming out on top, earning more interest than you would earn at a traditional bank. And then also for every transaction, buying and selling, there's a 2% sustainability tax. Basically, this goes into a wallet for the devs to use to fund the project. Now, let's look at how to buy Saitama. So if we take a look at how to buy Saitama, you'll see that you can buy Saitama on SaitaSwap, which is the decentralized exchange that Saitama just released. You can also buy on centralized exchanges. Now, although centralized exchanges, that you don't own your crypto, but I mean, you can still buy and sell. It's just preferred that you buy your crypto and you immediately have it in your own decentralized wallet because you control your crypto. So you can find Saitama currently on Bitmart. At the time of this recording, let me add that disclaimer. You can find it on Bitmart. Let's just call out a few here. Bitmart, MEX Exchange, Hotbit, BitTrue, OKX, Poloniex, Hotcoin, BKEX, Bybit, Shiba Swap, that's a big one, Sushi Swap, DigiFinance, LA Token, L Bank, and Gate.io. And here's the contract here, the contract address. For all of you guys are wondering what's the contract address. And this is important to note that you should never, ever trust any other source for the contract address for this token because there are a lot of scammers out there. Chances are, if you get a contract from somewhere else and it's not this contract, it's fake. Not chances are, it is fake unless it's this contract because this is coming from the official Saitama website. All right. Now, let's take a look at the overall updated roadmap. Okay. So these are just some quick wins here that Saitama wanted to call out before we take a look at the updated roadmap. They say that they reached 7.5 billion USD market cap at the all-time high without having any major exchange listings. This happened back in November at the height of the token with V1. It matured into a community of approximately 200,000 holders organically. Actually, it went to 300,000 holders. It was named the most transparent project by Crypto Expo in Dubai earlier this year. It has been listed on at least 10 exchanges, as we just saw, and counting. Saitama grew the collective social media outlets to 600,000 plus followers. That is amazing. It remained socially conscious and hosted over 15 charitable events in their first year of existence. And the redesigned Saitama logo and brand complements the evolution of the token. And that's what we discussed. So if we take a look at the overall roadmap, this is updated. We'll see what we've accomplished and where we have to go. So SaitaPro launch, that just happened earlier this week. Fang beta launch, V2 of Saita Realty. That's something that's being worked on. New exchange listings, those are happening all the time. And redesign of the Saita Realty brand. We'll do a video on Saita Realty in the future. Coming soon will be more of the adoption of the utilities that we pointed out. Partnerships with governments. They're going to have a bridge so that you can actually buy the Saitama token not only on the Ethereum ERC20 blockchain, but you can also buy it on the Binance blockchain, which is what BNB Bridge will accomplish. Also, they have a Wolfcaster game that will be launched. Saita Realty will be officially launched with purchasing of asset acquisitions and reaching the milestone of 500,000 holders. And last but not least, this is what's going to be coming down the line long term for Saitama. It's going to be launching its own blockchain, which is going to be called the Saita Chain. It's going to be launching its own metaverse, and it's going to be called Saita City. All right, if we move along and look at the community tab, this is just showing you all of the things that Saitama has been doing in the community. So as you can see, there are pictures here. Hezbollah is very popular over in Dubai, very wealthy individual. He is an avid Saitama fan. As you can see here, feeding the hungry here. They've done some things in other countries. They've been at events here, and you can just see overall the wolf sign there, the CEO of Saitama. Which is Russ Arman. All right. And if we continue to move along, this is the team. Let's go over the team here, because not too many people take the time to cover this, and it's important that we do. It's important to know the leaders of your project. So we have Aaron Mansour. He's the chief marketing officer. You have Gabrielle Klein, who is the chief creative officer. You have Manpreet Kohli, who is the chief financial officer. He goes by Manny the Hitman. I like that better. And then you have Nam Tran. He is the chief business officer. Very, very smart man. And then, as I mentioned before, Russ Aman, he's the chief operating officer. He goes by Saitama Guru. So that's one thing I like about Saitama as well, is their transparency. All right, last but not least, let's look at SaitaSwap. It's going to show an error because I'm not connecting my wallet here, but you get the drift. Here, you will be able to just do your swaps, and this is the online web version of it. So once you connect your wallet, you'll be able to select tokens to swap from, and you can add liquidity. And then you can also engage in staking. We covered this under the SaitaPro app in other videos that we've made. And that's really all we wanted to cover today, guys. I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Crypto Stream. And remember, invest in crypto. Do the best you can to create generational wealth for you and your family so that you can be financially free. And we're out.